Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
Can you show me your garden?
Sure, come with me. I will show you around.
Thank you.
It got really cold now the last day. There was a small cyclone
Yes.
last night and a lot of rain and wind, but it just stopped, so it's a good opportunity to show you around. And maybe you can make a tea later because it's really cooled down the weather.
Lemongrass?
So I will take some lemongrass. Yeah, there's plenty of lemongrass. So that will make a really good tea.
You don't cut your lemongrass?
Yeah, I have a cutter, but you can just rip it off and then make a small bundle, boil it in the water, and it tastes delicious.
Oh, nice.
So with the rain, everything is growing like crazy.
I can see.
And the past few weeks, I was really busy with weeding and trenching and preparing the beds. This one collapsed a little bit. I probably have to prune it. There was so much wind. Let's see if it still holds. I cut it down. We can put some tulsi in our herbal tea as well.
Tulsi?
Yes.
How does that taste?
Like basil. Tastes nice
like
in the tea.
basil.
Makes a wonderful tea. It's also calming in the evening to take this tea, so very nice.
You will put this together with the lemongrass?
Yes, we will add this with the lemongrass, and here is the next herb. We can also put some of the Indian oregano. So that's really good for digestion or for sore throat, and it's really delicious. We put these three things, and maybe find some other things to put inside the tea.
Oh, you have a nursery?
Yeah, I just put off the plastic because it was covered in the night, and most of the nursery I took inside the house because I was scared with the cyclone. We never know how strong it hits. So I did so much nursery work in the last few weeks.
That's a do-it-yourself nursery.
Yeah, these are old pipes from my old irrigation pipes.
Yes.
Just a net, some washing clips, yeah, and another pipe that I found that I had left over. And that works really well.
Very innovative.
And with heavy rain, I just cover it with the plastic. See? So, and it worked. It stands the wind and everything, so I'm happy with it. I did a second one back here, a big one.
Oh.
See?
That one looks more professional.
Yeah, here I just took some better pipes and half-inch pipes, then 1-inch pipes into the ground, and I just
that's clever.
bended them, and it's a little bit bigger. So today I will take out all the plants that I put inside the house last night, and then I will reorganize this the nursery. Maybe I plant some things out. So what I've been doing the last week also is extending the irrigation. You see, the whole edge of the garden. Wasn't getting enough water in summer, and it was a big part of the garden actually. So we just closed the trenches here, a little bit soft to walk around, and now I have some smaller sprinklers all around the edge of the garden. So I will be able to irrigate that place as well, because in summer it can get really dry.
Because it's just situated next to the canyon.
Yes, yeah. Oh, and some things fell. Now I can see the impact of the cyclone walking around here. So this moringa is crushed. That's okay. We'll make some juice later. and papaya crushed. Look at this.
You will choose the moringa.
Yeah, I will make a juice together with some pineapple, some coconut water, and then also maybe put in some smoothie, green smoothie for lunch. So I will use it all.
A green
most
juice.
of it. And sometimes if it's a lot, now I have a lot, I probably will dry some and make some my own moringa leaf powder. Because like that you can consume more of it. And it's quite a lot. And
So you will dehydrate the moringa leaves.
yes, and make a powder. That's really good to have. And look at the papaya tree, this one. Was too big.
It crashed
Yeah.
the moringa tree.
Well, no, the papaya, yeah, it fell. That was one of the still really tall papaya trees that I have in the garden. I try to keep them small and cut them down because then this will not happen. And it's much easier to pick the fruits as well. They make some side branches and
Small
so it's
trees.
easier. And let's walk here quickly before we go to the other part of the garden. There's some pumpkin coming here. Look at this. Nice flower.
So the flower will turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, this one not. That's like a male flower. There is one small pumpkin with a flower that doesn't look too good. I don't know if it will develop. But this flower we could use in salads or to eat.
Eatable flowers.
Yeah, edible flowers. And the leaves are edible too. So if you steam them, you can make really nice wraps. You know, they're so big. They're really great to make wraps. But you have to steam them.
Good idea.
They have a little bit this.
Like rice paper, you use leaves?
Yes, for wraps. And look at the huge,
Wow.
huge okra.
That's called a lady finger.
Yes, or an okra ladyfinger. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Everything is bended a little bit because of the wind.
So heavy.
Yeah. And there is the rosella, which is so delicious as well. The pots for the tea, and the leaves for the salads and smoothies. It's a hibiscus, you see. Have beautiful flowers. And yeah, what I have been doing also is preparing all the beds because now the main planting season starts in winter. So that was my main work. And I also made some structures for the cucumbers.
So they will climb.
And I'm so happy. They survived the cyclone. They're strong. They will climb up the mesh and then I can just harvest them. Last year I had made them with bamboo, but only hold one year here because the termites, they will just eat it up.
So how did you construct this?
That's just very simple. It's like a pipe. For electrical purpose they use it. And then with a T and the big pipe on top. That's it. And I just put it in the ground like that with a hammer, hammering in a little bit. And yeah, it holds really good. I did another one here for the bitter gourd. That's also coming really nice. Just this small. It's coming. And then another one for the cucumbers there.
So you made a lot of changes in the last weeks.
Yes, especially the beds and then a lot of mulch because I was weeding so much, especially in the other part of the garden. Here it was just covered with sweet potatoes and weeds a couple of weeks ago. So it was really my main work to clear up the space, to have space for planting, and now I'm just gonna start planting out things from the nursery.
And what's growing here?
That's bitter gourd. It will climb up here.
Bitter gourd.
Yeah, and some ginger back here. And the cucumbers that are climbing up. That was the first structure that I made.
So why do you plant that much
They're the cucumber bugs.
cucumbers. What do you
Well,
do with your cucumbers?
I can never have enough cucumbers because I think they are delicious in salads, but I love cucumber juice.
Cucumber
Yes,
juice.
if I have enough water, if I have enough cucumbers, I will just drink cucumber juice instead of water. So hydrating, so good. Yeah, for juicing. And hopefully this year I will have some watermelons as well. I put lots of seeds inside, and I think I see some coming up. That's a watermelon, came up from the seeds. Let's see. And some nice papayas. And the ramphal got really big here, this tree. We get a lot of fruits. And there are bananas coming as well, you see? Many bananas actually. Oh, and the house there, didn't show you, but it's overgrown with passion fruit. And they're huge this year, really, really big ones. And I had so many a few weeks ago. They're still coming.
And those passion fruits, you use them for what?
Oh, I use them mainly to mix with bananas and make banana passion fruit ice cream. Yeah, we're eating that every day. Or for juices, or just to eat like that on top of papayas. They're so fragrant, so delicious.
Do you have pineapples?
Yes, everywhere. And I even harvested last week a pineapple, and I think there is one more back there. So, yeah, pineapples almost all year. And some more ladyfingers. And the small mulberry is coming here. I plan to plant a lot of mulberries.
Mulberries. Like real berries?
Yes.
Sweet berries?
Very sweet, very delicious. And yeah, I plan to plant them a little bit everywhere around the fruit trees or everywhere in the garden. I love berries. So now I discovered they grow here. I will really make a lot of mulberry trees. Let's see. Look at the passion fruits. Oh my God, it's full. Planted them last year. It's just 1 year ago now that I planted all these fruit trees and the passion fruits. Look how big. Most of them will probably fall into the canyon down here.
They're huge.
But here is a smaller one that's ready. Usually they're ready when they fall down. I will not be able to get them because they will fall, as there's all canyon around here, but some I will be able to get. Yeah. Small papaya tree with mini papayas on it. Look how sweet.
Yes.
And then the trees, they are doing really well here. I think they get really lots of light. That's the soursop tree that I planted last year. It's just 1 year old. Will take some time to give fruits, but meanwhile we can use the leaves for our herbal tea. I use them every day. So there's some orange tree here, and look, the pineapple. I will still get some pineapple in December. It's so great. I think the more I plant, the more I will have them all year round. I learned that it's really not a seasonal fruit. We will have them always, depending on when you plant them. So that's a beauty.
That's a huge one.
Yes.
I never seen
Still red.
those in the store. Big like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're delicious. Homegrown pineapples is the best. So, as you can see, it's full of pineapples here. These are all the tops from this year's pineapples that I
You plant the tops.
keep
into the
replanting
soil.
and the shoots. And next year I will have more pineapples.
So you have more and more pineapple each year.
Yes, exactly. That's a cinnamon tree. Still young, but once it will grow, I will use the bark and I have my own cinnamon. And even the leaves, they taste like cinnamon, so it's very special. You can make cinnamon tea with the leaves. So you can put some cinnamon.
So put it into the tea.
And then my lychee tree that looks really nice as well. And the star fruit is also just 1 year old, and it gave me some about 6-7 fruits this year, and they were delicious. So here I did a big weeding, and I will start planting soon a lot of mulberries and some other fruit trees probably. I will clear the space a little bit more. And there's one more passion fruit, but it's open. So I just leave it here and probably it will start growing again. Oops.
So that's like the second part of your garden.
Yes, that's the new part, that it's just 1 year old. That was really overgrown last year with the creepers, and I cleared it and started to plant the fruit trees. So it's really young, this part. And there is the sugar cane that collapsed with the cyclone.
You're going to make juice out of it?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult if you don't have a juicer, but maybe just to chew around. Probably cut this piece. We can chew on it later on. That's the Noni tree.
Noni.
Yes, which gives so many fruits. And I love this tree. It's also just 1 year old and I got so many fruits. These are not ripe now, but there's one fallen on the ground. That's a ripe Noni. They get like almost transparent, and they start smelling really strong.
Like smelling like what?
Like rotten cheese or something. They don't smell well. It's not a tasty fruit, it's a medicinal fruit.
So what do you do with them?
When they're ripe, I put them in a glass jar.
All together?
All together. I close the jar and then the juice will just come out. And then every morning I have a glass of Noni juice. And the juice is really delicious. Well, I like it. You can try some later. I have some in the house. Now here is mainly the fruit trees and lots of turmeric, which I will harvest in a couple of months. And papayas and moringa, and still lots to clean up and to plant. Some guava and chiku trees. So what I have right now mainly from the garden to eat is papayas in abundance. I eat them every day, and also lots of bananas, some mulberries from time to time. Look, they're just making new mulberries.
They're tiny.
Yeah. And lots of greens.
That's because it's rain season now?
Yes, and now I will plant out a lot of salad and tomatoes and more cucumbers. So in a couple of weeks the garden will be transformed and full of full of things. Look, there's the mulberry for you, a ripe one. That's so delicious. You can have it.
Thank you.
And many. And I got one for me as well.
Sweet.
And bananas.
Oh,
Soon to harvest. They're so heavy that the trees almost collapsed. Here you see they're ready. There is one banana that has been eaten up a little bit. The others are turning yellow. So I'm gonna cut the tree today and we'll have plenty of bananas. And the sweet potatoes are climbing up here this tree. And the flowers are here. So it means there are sweet potatoes in the ground soon when the flowers show up.
ah, that's a sign.
Yes, that's a sign that soon the potatoes will be ready.
Thank you for the tour, Sarah.
Welcome! Come back in a month and the garden will be transformed.